Hello everyone, I am Aparna Kulkarni and in this video we'll discuss conformations of butane. Now you know that different spatial arrangements of molecule that result from rotation about carbon-carbon single bonds are known as conformations. To study conformations of butane, let us first consider structure of butane. In butane there are 4 carbon atoms and there are 3 carbon-carbon single bonds. Let us now consider ball and stick model of butane. So these 4 black balls are 4 carbon atoms, and as you can see the terminal 2 carbon atoms are attached to 3 hydrogens each, and the middle 2 carbon atoms are attached to 2 hydrogens each. In this video we will discuss various conformations of butane that will be obtained by rotation of carbon number 2 and carbon number 3, means basically this bond. As you can see, carbon number 2 is attached to 2 hydrogen and 1 methyl group. Similarly, carbon number 3 is attached to 2 hydrogen and methyl group. So to make this structure simple, what I will do is I will replace this methyl group with green balls. So the same structure now you can see. This is carbon number 2, this is carbon number 3, which is attached to 1 methyl group and 2 hydrogens each. We will draw various conformations of butane using Newman projection. You know that in Newman projection we hold this carbon-carbon bond perpendicular to plane of paper and we watch molecule from this side. Now we will try to draw this conformation on paper. So what we'll do is we will show front carbon by a dot and with 3 sticks making angle 120 degree, and back carbon by a circle, and as you can see all the back bonds as well, I will show them in between. Now just watch positions of methyl group. Front carbon methyl group is here and the back carbon methyl group is exactly opposite to it, and remaining bonds are of hydrogen. So you can show it like this. This structure is called as fully staggered structure. Now I will rotate back carbon through 60 degree like this. So now what you can see is only front carbon and 3 bonds attached to it, and the back 3 bonds are exactly behind the front bond. So this is eclipsed conformation. Just watch positions of methyl group. For front carbon CH3 group is here, for back carbon CH3 group is here. So this is called as eclipsed conformation. I will again rotate the back carbon through 60 degree now. So what you can see is staggered conformation again, which you can draw like this. Just watch positions of CH3. For front carbon CH3 group is here, and for back carbon CH3 is here, and remaining all are hydrogens. So this is called as Gauch conformation, and this, if we rotate this again through 60 degree, I will get a new conformation which is again eclipsed, and as you can see two CH3 groups are exactly behind each other. So this is called as fully eclipsed conformation. Thus these are the 6 conformations of N-butane that we have obtained by rotating back carbon atom through 60 degree every time. As you can see, conformation number 1, 3 and 5 are staggered conformations, and conformation number 2, 4 and 6 are eclipsed conformation. Out of 3 staggered conformation, The conformation in which two methyl groups are far apart from each other is called as fully staggered, and two remaining conformations are called as gauge conformations. Out of three eclipse conformation, the conformation in which two methyl groups are exactly behind each other is called as fully eclipsed, and remaining two conformations are called as eclipsed conformation. Each of the six conformations of N-butane are described by different terms. To understand these terms, let us quickly go through these points. The conformers in which adjacent CCH3 bonds are in same plane are called periplanar. Out of six conformations of N-butane, fully staggered and fully eclipsed conformation are the one where the adjacent CCH3 bonds are in same plane, so they will be described by ending periplanar. And the remaining four conformations where the adjacent CCH3 bonds are not in same plane will be termed as clinal. Also, if methyl groups are close to each other, then we use prefix syn, and if methyl groups are away from each other, then prefix anti is used. Now, with this knowledge, we'll try to name each of the conformation. In case of fully staggered and fully eclipsed form, since the adjacent CCH3 bonds are in same plane, we will use ending periplanar. In case of fully staggered, two methyl groups are far apart from each other, so we'll call it as anti-periplanar. And in fully eclipsed form, since two CH3 groups are close to each other, we'll call it as syn-periplanar. Now let us move to other two staggered conformation, gauge conformation. We will use ending clinal for this, and since CH3 groups are close to each other, we'll call it as synclinal structures. Then let us take a look at eclipsed conformations. So in this, since two CH3 groups are far apart from each other, we'll call it as anticlinal. Now we will consider energies associated with each of the conformation. We will start with this conformation, fully staggered or antiperiplanar conformation. As you can see, methyl groups attached to two carbons are far away from each other, and bonds are not facing. So this conformation will have minimum energy, and it is a most stable conformation. If we consider energy of this fully eclipsed conformation, means syn periplanar, you can see that two methyl groups are at closer distance and all bonds are facing each other. So this conformation will have maximum energy, and it is least stable conformation. The energy difference between fully staggered and fully eclipsed form is 4.5 kilocalorie per mole. If we consider energies of other two staggered conformations, also called as synclinal or gauge conformation, energies are of course less, as both are staggered conformations, but somewhat more energy than fully staggered. This is because these two methyl groups are somewhat closer distance than fully staggered form. So the energy difference between fully staggered form and this gauge form is 0.9 kilocalorie per mole. Let us now consider energies associated with other two eclipse form. Uh, of course, these anticlinal conformations, means eclipse conformation, will have more energy than the earlier synclinal conformations, as they are staggered and these are eclipsed. You know that in eclipse conformation, since all bonds face each other, there is repulsive interaction. However, These forms will have less energy than fully eclipsed conformation. This is because two CH3 groups are not directly facing each other, they are away from each other. So the energy difference between fully staggered form and these eclipsed form is 3.4 kilocalorie per mole. This is the energy profile diagram showing energy differences between different conformers. For your convenience, I have given tabular form where name of each of the conformer is shown and stability order is also given. So the most stable conformation is fully staggered or antiperiplanar. The least stable conformation is fully eclipsed or synperiplanar, and the stability of synclinal and anticlinal conformations is in between. So with this, we have completed discussion on conformations of butane. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.